Okay guys, welcome to another tutorial. We're going to be animating a camera, so let's get to it. So to create a camera, just like you create any object in Max, you would need to go to your create panel, and here, and inside your create panel we're going to create a camera, which is there. So go to cameras, and we can choose between creating a physical camera or a target camera or a free camera. Right now we're going to be using a target camera. A target camera is a camera that always looks towards a target. So I'm going to pan down, create a target camera by clicking on it, and just like creating any shape in Max, you left click or normal click, hold and drag. Now I'm holding down the mouse button now, and notice that anywhere I drag the target for this camera, it will always face, the camera will always face the target. So I'm going to release, and that's my camera. Now I still have my camera tool active, so I want to turn that off by pressing escape. Okay, so now I can move or rotate. Well, in this case I can't actually rotate, and I can't actually scale a camera, but I can move it around. So I could click on the target, move it around. I could click on the camera, move it around. Now from this point of view I can get an idea of where the camera is facing. Like, I know that the camera is facing the site now because I can see it in this view. However, to see exactly what your camera is seeing, what we're going to do is change it to 4 viewports, and we're going to change it to 4 viewports by clicking the maximize viewport button. So I'm going to pick that. Now it's 4 viewports, so I can see my top view, my front view, my top view, my left view, and so forth. Right now I only want 2 viewports. I want to have one that shows me what my camera is seeing, and I would want to have one that's an aerial view so I can see my camera. So to do that, you're going to click this little area up here, and click the little plus and go to viewport, configure viewports. I'm going to go to layout and switch it to 2 viewports. Choose OK. Now I have 2 viewports. Now what I want to do is I want to make my top viewport, I want to change it from top to camera 1. So this is what my camera is seeing, and then I want to change this viewport here from front to perspective view. So this area down here, I'm going to use my orbit tool. I want to have it as a kind of director's view for my so-called movie, where I can actually see where my camera is and where my focus is. So this view here would allow me to actively see where in my scene my camera is. So I'm going to switch this from wireframe to shaded, and switch this from wireframe to shaded. My camera is a bit low now, so I'm going to move my target, which is what my camera is seeing, to the building, because I want my camera to always be looking at the building. Then I'm going to move my camera now, and if you notice, no matter where you move the camera, it's always looking at the building, because this is a target camera which always faces a target. So I'm going to put my camera here, and now I'm going to create an animation. So what I want to do is start from here and maybe go around and go closer. Alright, let me zoom in a bit. I'm going to move my target a little higher so it's staring at the building like that. Now another important thing that you need to do when animating is to turn on what's called your safe frames. If I look in my resolution now, I'll bring up my render settings, or I can go to render and bring up render setup. I will see where my resolution that I'm rendering at is 640 by 480. However, if I look at what my camera is seeing here, and I just for a test just click the render button here. Oops, I think it's rendering I need to click in this viewport. Notice the viewport is highlighted yellow, and then I click render. Okay, so now I'm ready to create my keyframes. And how keyframes work: first you need to enable your set key. That's this icon here. Notice that the animation bar turns red to tell you you are now ready to record your animation. We're going between 0 and 900 frames. Remember, we set that in our time configuration located here. Start frame 0, end frame 900. Now what we want to do is set where we want the cameras to be at different points in time. So we want the camera to start from this location here. Then further in the future, I want the camera to be here, then here, then here. So let's create that now. So at 0 frames, I want my camera to be here. So I click confirm that position by clicking the key. Then I move forward in time. Let's go about 100 frames. At 100 frames, I now want my camera to be here. I confirm that by clicking another keyframe. And let's go further now. At 300 frames, I want my camera to be here. Confirm that. At 500 frames, I want my camera to be closer. Let's confirm that. At 700 frames, I want my camera to be just about there. And at 900 frames, I want my camera to kind of just do like that. Confirm that. So now if I hit the play button, you can see my camera moving there. If I highlight this viewport, let me turn off my set key because I have finished recording, and hit play. That's my animation there. To see exactly what will be rendering, remember that I can turn on my save frames by clicking under the name of the view and go to show save frames. And that's my animation.